Excellency Evelyn Wever Cruz, Prime Minister of Aruba, Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Mr. President, Your Excellencies, let me start off by offering my condolences to the people of Papua New Guinea for the lives lost in the terrible landslide of last week. I'm honored to be here today as the Prime Minister of Aruba, representing the entire Kingdom of the Netherlands in all its diversity, from the islands of Aruba, Curacao, and St. Martin, Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba in the Caribbean, to the low-lying delta in Europe. We are 4 countries and 1 kingdom. We are both familiar with the problem faced by SIDS, as well as long-standing and commitment partners of SIDS. And as I know from my own experience in Aruba, SIDS face unprecedented challenges to their people and their prosperity. We are on the front lines of climate change, without the fiscal space to build resilience. The theme of this once-in-a-decade conference is resilient prosperity. We should seize the momentum of this week to shape our own future. And what a future it can be. We have great assets in the form of our people and our natural environment, including the oceans that surround us. As His Majesty King Willem-Alexander stated last year during the UN 2023 Water Conference, together we want to emphasize that water is our common denominator. The ocean is our friend and pride. It provides us with abundant resources and has been an integral part of our livelihoods and travel routes connecting our nations. Yet, we know all too well how the ocean also poses risks and challenges, mainly as a result of climate change. We all remember how Hurricane Irma severely affected our generous host country, Antigua and Barbuda. That same hurricane also struck the islands of St. Martin, Saba, and St. Eustatius. They too have felt its devastating effects. We stand in solidarity with you because what affects one of us affects all of us. We recognize that climate action is needed urgently to protect our lives and our livelihoods. Our strength lies in the combined knowledge and experience of the Caribbean islands and the European part of our kingdom. We are committed to share this knowledge and experience and create more opportunities for capacity building. The Kingdom has a long history of expertise in areas like water management, coastal defense, climate adaptation, and disaster risk reduction. We have strong knowledge institutions and a vibrant private sector in these areas. Our universities in Aruba, Curacao, St. Martin, and the Netherlands offer a wealth of expertise to develop sustainable solutions. They seek to empower current and future generations in SIDS to tackle the pressing challenges of our time and diversify our economies as well by investing in young people's skills. The Kingdom is also looking into ways to make pragmatic cooperation possible. Therefore, I'm happy to announce that we will enable additional short-term technical assistance dedicated to SIDS on water management and climate adaptation. But we also need to address the more structural issues facing SIDS. If we really want to make strides in the fight against climate change, SIDS need more fiscal space. We need an international financial architecture that truly works for developing countries, especially SIDS. And therefore, we need reform of the international financial architecture. The Kingdom has already stepped up. Through a recent allocation of 2.1 billion euros in special drawing rights, we aim to provide additional concessional financing to SIDS. We also recognize that many SIDS struggle with accessing existing climate funds due to administrative burdens and capacity issues. We will explore how to support SIDS in successfully submitting applications for various climate funds through technical support. And through our strong voice in the multilateral arena, we will make sure that the concerns of SIDS lead to concrete actions in the field of reforming the international financial architecture. We can and we must act now for the good of all our islands, whether in the Caribbean, the Atlantic, the Pacific, or the Indian Ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, the international community has a duty to fulfill. The United Nations were founded upon the idea that small states can control their destiny as well. We owe it to our citizens and our children that we fight for resilience and prosper together. Small islands have much to offer to the rest of the world. The potential of our peoples and our natural environment is limitless. We should harness this together. Thank you.
I thank the Prime Minister of Aruba, Kingdom of the Netherlands.